They'll be calling you a radical. The insanity of the great America, Vespucci, fucking ignorant America, fucking drunk on ignorance and proud of it. They're representative government, Congress, fucking jerry-rigged districts. What about Senate seats? The ignorance fucking in earnest. Now get this. So they've advanced the bill to kill sea lions. That's the answer to Fukushima, pouring into the Pacific Ocean, killing the entire pit, kill some sea lions. Like the fucking ecosystem can't regulate itself for millions and billions. The arrogance of the great American fucking baby boomer and their fucked up echoes. I mean, it's so pathetic. It's unbelievable. So this fucking, now get this. I don't believe what I just saw. Take me down to the verge of one sense of fucking change. Nothing feels the same. So, get this. Oh, I feel so bad that I got caught keeping a fucking wild fucking native, not fucking hatchery Chinook salmon in Alaska. Who would do such? Oh, I feel so bad I got caught. What? What? The ex-Idaho senator? Head of the fucking Idaho fishing game? Oh, yeah, he don't know better, does he? I mean, it's like, okay, let's kill the sea lions. Drop in the bucket. The debt's, what, 21, 22 fucking trillion and ruling out of fucking control? Usury economy? So let's throw some people off food stamps. That's our answer. That's our answer. That'll do it. That'll do it. 1/1 billionth, 1 gazillionth of a fucking tenth of a fucking millionth of a gazillion of a Google %. What about the... It's like I'm listening to that fuckhead Max Kaiser. I'm like, I don't know how Stacy puts up with the dumb motherfucker. He just... Azarti is horrible. Fucking Arzarti, they're still fucking pounding the Trump on their knee pads, fucking Trump. I mean, and by the way, trust me, I know more about fucking Zarti than anyone. Because the Million Mass March, Anonymous, Aaron Swartz, whatever, they're fucking Russians. And you want to talk about influence in fucking election. I'm so glad I told him to fuck off on all those fucking interviews. Fucking... So Kaiser, this is going to lead me into where I'm headed, because it's been 7 years since I told you to buy Tesla. So it's 7 years right now, sun up, just like now. You know, ex-students of mine, I was doing videos. I'm like, this is a great buying opportunity. The Dow's dipping back under 10,000. It's a buy, it's a buy, it's a buy. 7 years ago, I'm saying videos, get out of silver, get out of silver, get out of silver at 45. Shorted in the triple leverage. Videos all over. Short gold. 1900. Buy Tesla, buy Apple, buy the Apple derivative, buy the 280 Apple derivative. The 280 derivative that I had you buying is 1400 right now. Remember, it did a 7-for-1 split. As they go over $1 trillion value, I mean, how many videos did I do on Apple fucking before I got cancer, even after I got cancer? I mean, all of this. Cassandra predictable. You know, GE shorted fucking just a year ago. It's been sawed in half. That's a Dow component sawed in half. Who can do that in an up market? Oh, I can. Cassandra, fucking son. Nobody listens, fucking, and the people that do, you know, you're welcome, you know. So, what I'm going to do, going forward with my YouTube site, because I'm so sick, I'm the only one doing the tide pools. Oh, fuck, please. Fuck, everybody denies my work in such an epic fucking way. It's like I'm invisible. Yet they know I'm bred into their subconscious. And we had this conversation a long time ago, me and the old professor. I says, look, I'm going to use this style, this intense fucking radical style, because I'm going to penetrate the subconscious. I don't give a fuck about the conscious. They can say whatever they want about the conscious. I want to get into the subconscious. So the producer at Channel 8 San Diego told Rachel the other day, she says, I got to tell you, you know, they won't let Kevin interview, that he's blocked. So I know this for a fact, they get memos every Monday through the State Department, and this will lead me into the fucking nuclear energy waste going to WIP, and it's been ruled that they have no say that these Jersey companies, can build. That's called the Patriot Act. As I said, inside San Juan Capistrano to Allison McFarland, the only person ever got in her face, she ran out the back door. I'm like, move it in the middle of the night. You know you have the legal ability. This whole dog and pony show on Yucca, on fucking WIP, whatever, fucking INL, Idaho National fucking Lab, they can move it wherever the fuck they want. Legally. They ain't got to tell you nothing. It's called the Patriot Act. You traded in fucking all fucking human rights. The Patriot Act. I mean, we used to be what? We used to be a republic with a constitution. There's no, I mean, we have 4 Supreme Court justices that are illegitimate. Not my words, tribes' words. By anybody who's got half a fucking brain. Bush did not win. Bush, illegitimate. We have 4 Supreme Court justices. The Supreme Court's illegitimate. The country's fucking illegitimate. Look at the fucking debt. You know, it's a fucking shakedown. It's a fucking sham. Patriot Act. Patriot Act. Fear, fear, fear. You trading in fucking no confidence. I mean, this is America, land of the fucking cowards, home of the afraid. But he says, Kevin, they send out a memo every Monday. And I've been told this multiple times, to all news media, all papers, all fucking television, all print media, all of it. What they cannot talk about, Fukushima's right there, every fucking Monday. It's classified. I know I was classified. Now, am I still? I don't know. So, this whole fucking dog and pony show on Let's Kill, I mean, it's so fucking outrageous. I mean, you're talking one of the greatest, how are you going to save the tide pools? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Go shoot radioisotopes out of the fucking air? Maybe you could go shoot fucking, you know, plutonium out of the air with your fucking gun. Kill the sea lions. What a fucking... I mean, it's the thumbprint of the fucking ignorant place. So, all right, I'm going to start my class. As Rachel says, well, you know, because I got opportunities to go back teaching in lots of different places. It's been 7 years since my cancer, my, you know, incredible fight, my open heart surgery, all blah, 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 blah. My better, I'll never declare myself cured. I know better. I'm not Tony Gwynn. I'm commenter number 19. You know, I'm not on the fucking winning team. I'm on this fucking in the trenches fighting, doing the dirty work team. He says, your videos are so entrenched in my fucking subconscious. They are everybody's. I know what I'm fucking doing. So she says, why don't you just do your teaching online? I says, that's what I do anyway. She says, charge a fucking fee, whatever. And I says, I have a donation button. You know, let your conscience be your guide. It's like, you know, people, I own stuccodomage.com, and it's all, I give all that incredible advice, and it's based on donations. Nobody ever donates. They call me and say, hey, can you give me, okay, you know, they don't. Because it's a selfish, sickening fuck thing, but that's called karma. I'm cool with that. So I'm going back to trading. As I said right here 7 years ago, hammering the Dow, 9,000. Everybody was fucking buying silver, short silver. Max Kaiser himself bet me $10,000 in the streets of Manhattan. Flipped his own fucking coin. I bet him that it'd go under 20. He bet me that it'd go over 200. Oh, he ain't gonna pay. Fucking Alaska Fish and Game bet me last year that the Copper River would fucking be over $1 million last year. And I said, I bet him that it'd be less than fucking last year's this year. It's over. Less. Fucking pay? Nope. They just, I mean, they're in denial. You're in epic fucking denial. The whole fucking country is. You know, you can deny my fucking work. You know, go ahead. Everybody can deny. I fucking heard Rance fucking yesterday saying, oh, Dana Dunford's the only guy doing anything, you know, and I love Dana. Don't get me wrong. I like Dana a lot. I really love his classwork. But that pisses me off. You know how much fucking work full of cancer with a central line. I walked the entire coast of California. No one's documented tide pools like me. Nobody on fucking earth. Dana's done fucking a lot of work up there on the boat. You know, I'm the one that got him the fucking boat. Without me, he doesn't even own a boat. I'm the one that talked him into buying him the fucking boat. That's a fact, Jack. You know? It's outrageous how everybody denies. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I was given 2 months to live. I'm alive. I have my fucking life. I remember I was in the bone marrow transplant center, and my dietitian comes in and she says, Kevin, or excuse me, my cancer psychologist at LDSE State Bone Marrow Transplant. She says, we know you had all that fucking stock, you had all that Tesla, you had all that Apple derivative, you had almost $1 million, you had to fork it over. They know everything about you. I mean, they dig in, they did so much work on me, you know, because Finbo believed in me because he's an anti-nuker. Vincent believed in me. They all believed in me. They says, you've got to beat this. You've got to defy the odds. It's important. We're all fucking, you know, I mean, I says, I'm a statistic, hell yeah, but I'm going to go on the good list. And they're like, they put so much work into me and they believed so much into me. We know you have all that stock and everything, and you're sitting here watching it go crazy. You're going from 800,000 to 2 million to 3 million. And now where would I have sold it? I don't know. But she says, it's got to be heartbreaking. Regret will tear you apart, Kevin. You've got to put it behind you. She says, I'll tell you what. This incredible fight with you, with your YouTube site, with your activism, your lifelong thing, the only reward you're going to ever get, you're going to get one reward, Kevin. You're going to get one. It's not going to be financial. It's not going to be fame. It's not going to be anything. You're going to get your life. If you stay in this pure fucking fight and you keep your mind focused where you need to be, you're hiking, you're juicing, you're fighting for the environment. If you keep focus on there and do not put your head around money, do not put your head, I says, well, I got to survive, and I can survive. And, you know, keep the faith, you know, and fight. There's people out there that believe in you, Kevin. He says, I know. And she's like, that's all you're going to get. When this is all done and said, you know, the survival rate of this is less than 1%. You do know that? Yeah, I know. I remember Fimbo comes in, he says, you seen this? We found this study online on De Nouveau out of South Korea and whatever. I reached into my bag and I says, oh, you mean that study? He says, you don't miss a beat, do you? And I says, I never miss a beat because I do the research. If you haven't noticed, I read a tremendous amount. I research the shit out of everything. That's what I do. I mean, I dig in. I find PhDs. I find it. I mean, I dig, and I'm, you know, I've taught myself to be very good IT. You know, as the sun rises on a new day, you're gonna get your life, Kevin. You're gonna get your life. I'll take it. Fimo walks in. He says, Kevin, we can buy you 2 years of life. We could almost, I'll guarantee you 2, maybe 3, but you know, then you're gonna pass if we use, you know, this traditional way. Or we can experiment on you. We could take a chance with, you know, a guy named Brian Morris had this different type without the bone marrow transplant, and we can experiment and try some different things, and it might kill you, but you might live to be an old man. You know, it's risky. The odds are, you know, low, but, you know, what do you think? Without hesitation, I said all in. All in. I don't want 2 years. All in without hesitation. Now we know I'm in the John Hopkins 1% fucking survival fucking study. That's a 1%er bracelet. My greatest accomplishment in life, surviving AML, that's second. My greatest accomplishment in life is fighting for the ecology, fighting for my grandchildren, fighting for my children, fighting for you. We know the number one common denominator to surviving cancer at 1%ers now are risk takers. One, intense fighters. We call it erotica. So I'll go back to trading. You know, my finance videos, I look back, God, how deadly have I been the whole time. And I like it, you know. I like freaking digging in, you know. You can follow me along. We'll make a lot of money. Deflation's going to start today. Barack Obama's birthday tomorrow. You know, Trump's on Flag Day. I mean, it's like I run into a girl I went to kindergarten with here a while back. I ran her, I says, oh, happy birthday. She says, how in the heck? I haven't seen you in 20 years. How do you know my birthday? I says, well, you know, I've got a photographic memory, which I do with dates. I mean, is that a blessing? It can be, or a curse. If you haven't noticed what I can accomplish with my atomic nuclear fucking brain, because I really am the son of Cassandra. I can hypothesize the future. There's 3,500 videos. I get it right every time before it happens. But no one believes me, and I've always had the gift. I've always had that gift. I've always had that gift. Always had that gift. So we'll use it in a good way. You know, if you've made money on my back and you haven't donated to me, if you've used my stucco advice, if you do any advice and you've just turned your back on a cancer victim full of leukemia and you deny me, karma on you. Karma on you. We're about the good vibe, right? It's like, oh, catch the vibe and fuck you. The vibe's fucking all fucked up in California. The vibe's all fucked up in San Diego, dead tide pools. It's all fucked up. You missed that fucking boat. It's like you missed the fucking Dow boat. The Dow boat's over. The investment boat you should have been in fucking 7 years ago. You missed the fucking, you know, short in the silver. It's like all you fuckers, I mean, millions of you just talking silver. Silver's been stuck in the mud at fucking $16 fucking for fucking years now, you know. There's so many opportunities to fucking, I mean, this sad science fiction economics fucking nightmare. So that's what we'll do. This is a fucking thumbprint and the capitulation to the ecology and the dead fucking sea and this ignorant, selfish, disgusting generation. As the Pacific Ocean dies, the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history, Fukushima, is ongoing. Shoot the fucking sea lions, their answer. Gilded in gold, cast in concrete. This is the thumbprint of the most disgusting generation of fucking human beings. We make up less than 4% of the world's population. More PetSmarts, more fucking AIM, more. I mean, it's disgusting. This is the ancient Shoshone burial ground, which was my great-grandparents' fucking organic farm. I was born on this landscape. The mound where they built a Mormon church is right there on top of the ancient Shoshone burial ground. I've always known it's a sacred, hallowed place. They paved over it, but it's all temporary. For the light it shines inside of me, you will never take that from me. Though I've walked through the valley of the shadow of death, the nuclear energy crime syndicate, I fear no fucking evil. For Kevin reached into the stone, and he fucking reached into the bag, and he slung the stone, and it struck the nuclear Philistine in the fucking head, and he felt and radiated the earth for time and all eternity. For he lay me down by green meadows, in green meadows, anoint my head with dead humpback well oil. He guide me, my path, through his light. I fear no evil. And I will say this. I hope that Agus gets to LDS and the support group. Everybody that has passed, for my cup overflow. Stand turn.